The Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission also plays the role of a public protector. It says there are several categories of Zimbabweans in South Africa. It is now speaking to the public protector to come up with solutions that work for all.
We agreed that it's an issue that we need to sit down and talk and engage about so that we can seek resolutions to that problems, because we need to find out, for example, what are the causes, because there are Zimbabweans who, some of them live at the borders and even across. We have citizens of our countries crossing borders back and forth, and we also have Zimbabweans who are in South Africa who are irregular immigrants, some of them, but some of them are regular, are regular migrants.
The Commission acknowledges fixing the problem at the source is the best solution.
On the Zimbabwean side as well, there's need for us continuing to do our work regarding efficiency to increase and improve and ensure that there is efficient health care service delivery, so that there are less Zimbabweans who would want to cross the border to get public health services from South Africa.
Health experts say the two countries should work together to ensure access to health care.
There has to be cooperation or collaboration between governments when it comes to giving health services to people who are across the borders, and in particular those who are within their own country.
But last week, Justice Minister Ziambi said government will not pay for the medical bills of its citizens in South Africa. Pindai Dube, Harare, Zimbabwe.
You won't believe the latest diplomatic twist shaking up Southern Africa. The public protector of South Africa has just come out swinging, officially denying all claims made by the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission about collaborating on reports of healthcare denial to Zimbabwean nationals. Yeah, it's that serious. And it's got people talking on both sides of the border. So let's break it down. It all started when the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission, or ZHRC, made headlines by alleging that they were working together with the South African Public Protector's Office. The topic? Accusations that Zimbabwean nationals were being denied access to healthcare services in South Africa. A heavy claim, no doubt, especially in a region already sensitive to migration issues, xenophobia, and access to basic rights. But here's the plot twist. South Africa's public protector says nope, absolutely not. In a sharply worded statement, the office firmly denied any collaboration with the ZHRC. They made it crystal clear there was no joint investigation, no shared platform, and no formal cooperation on this matter whatsoever. This statement didn't just deny the allegations, it also called for accuracy and responsibility when it comes to cross-border human rights discussions. The Public Protector's Office emphasized that such claims could damage public confidence and strain diplomatic ties if not handled with care. And in this case, they say the ZHRC completely jumped the gun. Now, why does this matter so much? Well, healthcare in South Africa is already a highly contested space, with limited resources and increasing pressure from both local and foreign populations. Add to that the politically charged issue of undocumented migrants, and you've got a recipe for tension. So when a respected body like the ZHRC makes a public statement about widespread healthcare denial and claims South Africa's institutions are backing it, that can spark serious diplomatic waves. But here's another layer. This isn't the first time the issue of healthcare for foreign nationals, especially Zimbabweans, has stirred the pot in South Africa. Public hospitals have come under fire from advocacy groups and opposition parties. Some South Africans feel resources are being stretched too thin. Others argue that denying care violates both national law and international human rights standards. So this denial from the public protector isn't just administrative, it's political. What's even more interesting is the public protector's tone. They weren't just clearing up a miscommunication, they were setting a boundary. In their words, misrepresenting their involvement in sensitive matters could compromise the integrity of their office and mislead the public. So where does this leave the ZHRC? That remains to be seen. They haven't issued a retraction, at least not yet. But pressure is mounting for them to either back up their claims with evidence or clarify the nature of the alleged collaboration. Because at this point, the South African side wants the record corrected. This entire situation is a reminder of just how delicate regional relationships can be, especially when public institutions and human rights are involved. Misinformation, intentional or not, has real consequences. And in a time when both countries are dealing with political instability, economic stress, and high migration, clear communication is more important than ever. So keep your eyes on this story. Because as the public protector reasserts independence and the ZHRC stands by its original claims, the question isn't just who's right. It's about trust, accountability, and how two neighboring nations navigate the fine line between sovereignty and solidarity.